This is Jordan Tower with J18 News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we got DJ Khaled. Now, I just saw him in a Wegovy commercial, okay? I thought he was losing weight on his own. But it's GLP, GP1, whatever they call these things, all right? It's that, you know how people are injecting themselves with, like, Ozempic and stuff like that? This is one of those types of things. It's a tablet, and you just pop the pill, and you're losing weight. And that's what DJ Khaled's on. He's going to start looking crazy soon, maybe, okay? Because GLP-1s, I think they eat at your muscles, okay? It does help you lose weight, but some people just go too far, okay? I don't even know how healthy it is, you know? It's a pill, you know? It's a pill. You got to know, like, the dangers. I mean, I don't think it's cut out for everybody, but it's a hormone thing for your gut. It regulates your blood sugar, and it stimulates insulin release, suppressing glucagon, slowing digestion. Yeah, I don't know about this stuff. It's called a GLP-1. Promotes weight loss, 15 to 20% of body weight. Key benefits: improved blood sugar, weight loss, improved cardiovascular health. Yeah, but what's the dangers of this stuff, you know? Well, here we got Troy Ave, right? He says, yo, the only person that was there for me after the shooting with Taxstone was 50 Cent. Now 50 Cent came to his side. This is before he was, telling on everybody too. But anyways, and listen, I don't fault him for that because Taxstone was trying to rat on him. Okay, so he just said, "No, it was him." I mean, I'm not gonna sit in jail for Taxstone. Who would? Taxstone was the ultimate hater. Okay, I know I'm a hater, but he was the ultimate hater. He stalked Troy Ave at this show. This was T.I.'s show. And basically, he came to perform for T.I. as a guest. Taxstone got wind of that, made sure he was at the show, right? Ran into Troy Ave, and that's what happened. Guess if T.I. reached out to him at all? No, he didn't. Even though T.I. has done snitch billboards, snitch commercials, he wanted to distance himself from that. But the thing that I don't like that Troy Ave did in this interview was he was saying... he was talking about, 50 Cent sent a lawyer, but he didn't pay for him. So, was he supposed to pay for your lawyer? He sent you a good lawyer. It's hard to find a good lawyer, but he sent a lawyer so that you could hire him. You have money, right? Now, this is on Ian's show. He talks about like prison stories and stuff. I forget his name. I forget the name of his show, man. It's really good. I watch it a lot, but I forget the name of it. But he said, I would be a fake guy just like most of the jokers if I seen somebody that inspired me and I ain't give him his props. I don't know. So Lil Wayne was bashed by LaRussell, and LaRussell felt the pain. He had to apologize. So he put out an apology because he was saying Lil Wayne is bad for music. When Lil Wayne literally changed music, he inspired tons of people to rap, changed the landscape. And yeah, he's a sellout. What do you say called Lil Wayne? No substance, sold out the culture, influenced bad stuff, all that stuff, right? So he apologized. I'll jump around on this apology because it's long, okay? I'm not going to do the whole thing.
I'd rather over-communicate on how I feel and how it make me feel. I don't even, want the energy of niggas debating Wayne's legacy to be around me. This is really...
You're the one who started the debate.
A war of perspectives. I meant no malice. Like, nigga, I love Lil Wayne. I would never diss that nigga legacy like that.
But you dissed him. You should have said, I don't know, you can't act like you didn't say it. But, honestly, I think the best approach to this, he's already approaching it wrong. He should have just said, I misspoke. I'm inspired by Lil Wayne. It just didn't. I thought it had more substance than it did when I was younger, but everyone's going to have songs of substance and songs without substance. LaRussell has tons of sesame rhymes that have no substance.
That nigga mean too much to me, right? But that's me living in me. Like, I know when I said it, I meant that. But perspective is key, because how it's received don't always be how you sent it. If you offend a nigga, you have no jurisdiction or right to be like, well, I didn't mean that, so you can't be offended.
That's kind of what you're saying in a way, but you're saying you have a right to be offended. I don't know.
Hey, from my mama crib. If anything, I'm a nigga you should celebrate a champion. I made it from my backyard. That's myself.
But so did Wayne.
Integrity. I take care of my children. You feel me? I'm doing
So does Wayne.
nothing but outputting good into the world, doing your legacy. If it didn't reach you, thank God. I could have used better words to explain what I was trying to say. The ego
All right. Lil Wayne's unapologetically himself.
in me is always like, nigga, I'm not gonna apologize for some shit I went wrong. Nigga, I went wrong. You feel me? But the human in me that's growing is like, nigga, it don't matter if you nigga, fuck you, nigga, after all that. And I accept that too.
Listen. I don't know. I don't even know how he thinks. Like, when you're wish-wash like that, I don't even know where you stand on it. But it's not... Listen, that's for LaRussell's fans to figure out. I was just a little like, geez, you really looked up to this guy, but then you're dissing him. That's how it felt, right? But it's all right. I mean, you know, he did apologize. He realized, like, bro, you were tripping. He was tripping. He was on one. Let's just call it that, right? He was on one. He was tripping. Alrighty. So then we got King Von's 50-year-old mom was back outside partying. She's 50? She looks good. King Von mom age. Oh, she's 50. Okay. So she celebrated her 50th birthday highlighting active presence online. Obviously, King Von's dead. She does look very youthful, though. She's out here trying to find a man, guys. Step up. Well, we have Whoopi Goldberg talking about being on the files. She says her team was just trying to find a jet to rent to go to a wedding. Anybody can be on these files if you were trying to find a jet and you happen to come across this man's jet and try to rent it. I guess. I don't know. I mean, hey. Ja Rule had a very mature approach. He was on the Today Show promoting his bourbon, right? It's a bourbon, is it? Ja Rule liquor. It's called Amber Opal Honey Botanical Whiskey. Oh, it's a whiskey. I'm sorry. It's a whiskey. Amber and Opal, all right? And he said, of course, they had to talk about the plane thing. And he said, nothing really happened. We have a history. We could have handled it more maturely. And it is what it is, but nobody got hurt. And, we all have families. He says, he's about to be a grandfather, listen, very mature approach versus what Uncle Murder and Tony Ayo were going with it, I think that's, you got to give props where props are due. Ja Rule should move on from this beef because he didn't call the shot at 50 Cent. That wasn't him. It was somebody else that was invested into Murder Inc. Okay? And we all know who that is. And, they tried to handle it. And 50 did not. Mission failed. Failed mission, guys. Because 50's still here. Okay? And that's a good thing. Anyways. Then we got, I was surprised by this. Young Buck was talking on a radio show, and they asked him about the T.I. and 50 Cent thing. T.I. wants to battle him, and he was like, so T.I. wants to battle 50 Cent really bad, right? Like, he wants that versus. He's still talking about it to this day. It's almost scary, right? It's like, bro, get over it, bro. It's like, get over it, bro. But, yeah, so Young Buck, the Young Buck was obviously asked, like, who do you think is going to win? Who, is this even a real good battle? He says, yo, bro, 50 Cent got crazy records. This isn't the guy you want to go to beef with, and you know what? He's right. All right. He's right. 50 Cent has a lot of records. T.I. has a lot of records, too. T.I. is one of my favorite rappers from the South, right? Love his music, right? He's a little weird, but I love his music, bro. But, 50 has a lot. You guys underestimate how many records 50 Cent has. But T.I. has a lot of records, too. I'm just saying it's like 50 would probably, like, have the edge on him. But T.I. did his thing, bro. He really totally changed the South, bro. Like, him and Jeezy totally changed the South together, Like, T.I. first came and then Jeezy came. It's like, pause on that. Pause. Elon says, so Young Buck was mature about it and didn't just lead with his emotions. And I totally respect that. All right, so we got Elon Musk. People are shocked that he only has about $850 million in cash, 0.1% of his net worth. Well, yeah, what do you want him to have it all in cash, bro? He's all heavily invested in cars, rockets, this, it's in stocks, it's not in cash. Most of his money's in stocks. Why would he withdraw so much to tank the stock? If he was withdrawing a lot, it would mean there's something wrong, right? And plus, he would get investigated for that, You can't just withdraw all your money. Because, like, you have a responsibility to shareholders. You have a fiduciary duty. He is the CEO. And then we got Jim Jones still begging for that Drake verse. He's saying he's the best rapper ever. I don't know about that, but, he's definitely dope. Rick Ross gets on a boat and starts talking some inspirational jargon as usual, okay? It's a great day to boss up. Say something like that. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Let me bring this up. Here we go.
Motherfucker just said, Rose, what is hustling? What you mean when you say hustling? Okay, let me make it clear. I'm gonna keep this simple as possible. If you got a job, one commitment, you working. You got a job and a second source of income, or attempting to build a second source of income, you hustling. There's a difference. Okay, motherfucker just said, Rose, what is hustling? What you mean when you say hustling? Okay, let me make it clear. I'm gonna keep this simple as possible.
That's good. I like that. That's a good explanation. And Benny Butcher says he never put out a bad verse. Who else says they never put out a bad verse? Jadakiss. They always say Jadakiss never put out a bad verse. Benny, we can't say the same. But you should feel that way. Because you should always give it your best. But can't say the same, but I like Benny the Butcher. All right? This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I will check you guys in the next one. And I think that's about it. All righty, guys. Peace.